Good morning, welcome to day 4 of the Via della Plata. We had an okay sleep last night. This is our albergue. I'll show you around in a minute. We got up early this morning and went for breakfast. There was a place that opened at 6 a.m. So I'll show you out the window. It's a really lovely morning. I think it's going to be perfect for walking. So we had a look at the weather because it felt like closer to zero, but it was actually 9 degrees and we're going to have a top of 20 today, so it's going to be an excellent walking day. And oh God, and we're going to El Real de la Jara, which is 14 kilometers away. Short day, very much appreciated after yesterday. It was, I don't know, I think we hit the day 3 wall, and one of the other pilgrims last night was telling us that that stage yesterday, stage 3, is referred to as the wall, and apparently a lot of pilgrims give up after this stage. So I'm not sure if it's true, but it did feel like a wall yesterday. So let me show you around the albergue. This is one room with 4 single beds, and that's us trying to get our act together and hit the road. It's a daily morning thing, stuff everywhere. So this is another couple of bunk beds here, and that was our beds last night, and I have the facilities in there, a couple of showers, a couple of toilets, and this is the kitchen area, and the host is really wonderful. I'd highly recommend this albergue. So that's the little fireplace there. The guy that owns it also happens to be a blacksmith, so he's built so much stuff in here. The table? Yeah, the table and chairs in the dining room he built, and I think he's done all these barriers, and yeah, I've got a sliding door, no doubt a blacksmith's done that. He's pretty handy. So that's like, this is really clean toilet facilities with a couple of showers and the wash basin. And there's the clothesline. And the best thing about this is we get ventilation through here. So on a warmer night, not last night, it was freezing, you could open the door up and get a nice breeze through the whole albergue. So we're just going to finish packing and we'll hit the road and see what today brings. Okay, we are on our way for day 4. Yeah, last to leave, it's about 8:15. We just don't feel like we're in a hurry today, not with only 14 kilometres to do. We just want to have a leisurely day to Real de la Jara. We're not sure what's going to be open there, being a Sunday. There are some things open, but a lot of things close at 4. So there's nothing between here and there. So hopefully we can get there, by about 2. And we might have a late lunch, which is probably just a normal time for Spain. Or an early dinner anyway, so we don't have to worry about it that night. So yeah, here we go, make our way out of town. Making our way along this very picturesque part of the trail. The wind's picked up. I don't know if you can hear it on the microphone, you probably can. And it's quite windy and quite cool. We've got our jackets on, but we've got shorts on. And it's just fine at the moment. It wouldn't want to get much chillier, otherwise we might have to sort of put some pants on, but you can probably see behind me it's really beautiful here. And yeah, so last night at our albergue, that was full. We had dinner with some of the other pilgrims and last night, and the 3 came down from the municipal albergue, and there was only 3 there. So there were a couple of other pilgrims that might have stayed at other places. We sort of saw them walking around during the day. So yeah, it's pretty busy. It's surprisingly busy. So here we go. We're on our first gate. And there's a sign just there, if you can pick it up. Real de la Jara. Oh, sorry, tripped. 12.4 kilometres. So yeah, we're really just taking our time this morning, plodding along, trying to enjoy everything. We did not want to rush this Camino. We made that decision. We've got time on our side, so we're just cruising along. We're going to take everything in. If there's alternate trails with something to see, we'll take the alternate trail and go and see it. So yeah, we're just really living the dream on this Camino. It's fantastic. Yeah, so day 4 today, and we're just slowly getting into the Camino vibe, the daily grind of walking, washing, showering, eating, walking, washing, showering, eating, and enjoying the company of other pilgrims, of course. But yeah, tomorrow it's a big day. We leave Andalusia and we cross into Extremadura. It's very exciting. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I really enjoyed the Meseta on the French Way, and I know that there are parts of the Meseta that we pass alongside on this walk, but I really enjoyed the Meseta, and I'm hoping that the Extremadura offers me the same level of enjoyment and peace that I got from the Meseta. So yeah, tomorrow will be our first milestone, crossing from one region into the next. Very much looking forward to it. In the meantime, just got to enjoy this beautiful scenery. Wow, this is blowing me away, this place. Yeah, as you saw from the drone shots, we've just taken our jackets off. Sun's out and it's warmed up a lot. Just wondering if we're in a little valley away from the wind, and when we get over this rise up ahead, we'll hit the wind again. Yeah, hopefully it's the same, so we don't have to put our jackets back on. So here's a little bit of water. It's not much, but
enough to get your feet wet.
Enough to get your feet wet, yeah. So I'm sort of thinking that unless we can find a spot to get over without getting our feet wet, I'm probably going to take my shoes and socks off here. Yeah. I made it across. Narrator was saying, don't do it without the poles, and of course I'm a guy, I did it without the poles. When I got to the middle, I said, well, I'll just get to this bit of wood, and she handed me a pole, and I was too busy concentrating on getting the pole, and I lost my balance, put my foot in the water, so, ah dear. Anyway, we're going to go up over this hill, and when we have a break, I'll try and dry my shoe out and put some new socks on. Look like we're going up and over that hill, so we are at the 8 kilometre mark, so this is as good a seat as we're going to get, so we're going to stop here and have a snack before we tackle that hill. So we stopped for a short break then, just had some water, and now tackling the next hill. So those hills I showed you before, that's exactly where we're going. So yes, up we go, flattens out a little bit and then up again. So yeah, I'll stop talking, you don't need to hear me huffing and puffing. See you on the other side. Just got to a bit of a flat bit, and then we've got some more hill. So worth noting, this hill is as hard as the hill to finish the walk yesterday. It's as easily as steep, and it could well turn out to be longer. So be prepared for it. I'm not sure, there's no signs or anything, but oh, yeah, I'm not so sure. There's a step there. Looks like a seat or a shelf there. Maybe it's like, I don't know, a shelter. It used to be someone's, maybe a herder's shelter or something like that. Yeah, good thinking, herder's shelter. I don't know. I just made that up, so don't take it for granted. All right, let's get up this hill. Yeah, so hit the flat and even starting to walk down a little bit, but I'm not sure if we've got any more to go up or whether this just flattens out, goes over the ridge line and drops down into the valley. Anyway, look at the spectacular scenery, and the water, I mean, uphill like that is tough, of course. But it's not unenjoyable, it's just, you know, one foot in front of the other, and you get there and you feel fantastic when you get to the top, like any hill.
Move over, let me breathe. Won't stop these moving feet, something you've never seen before. Yeah, jump up, let's get it on. Come on, we're feeling strong. You know we're looking this good. Come on, yeah.
Gate number 14 for the day. 14 or 15, I've lost count. But I think we've just come through a horse stud, so this looks like we might be coming out of the horse stud now. Okay, so just when we thought we'd done the last of the hills, hopefully the camera can pick that up. No, not the last of the hills. Hopefully the final hill though, before we get to Real de la Haza. Well, how are you going to say it? We've been having a debate on how to pronounce it correctly. Real de la Jara. Maybe something like that, we think. Anyway, I'll stop because I'm walking uphill and being an idiot. So first building we've come across in town is the Friends of the Camino, Amigos del Camino de Santiago, Via de la Plata, the Seville branch. But it's closed up, which is understandable on a Sunday. But here we are, Real del Jara. Yeah, there's the castle on the hill. We'll be going up to check that out later. Yes, that'll be fantastic. But first, we're going to find somewhere for lunch. It's just gone 12:30, and then we'll find a bed for the night. We usually just come into town. Like always, we haven't got a booking. We just go until we find something. So there is a hostel up ahead here. We saw a sign there. We just take the first that we come across, so we'll come up here and see if they've got a bed for the night. So this is the Municipal Albergue, and I couldn't ring anyone, so I had to, my phone's not working in Spain for some reason, so I had to just bang on the door, and eventually someone came and opened it. But you've got to have a look at this place, it's unbelievable. Here's the kitchen. And we're just checking in now, so it's like super modern, really impressive. So we'll check in and I'll show you a bit more around later. Well, we've done our usual end of day Camino things. We've done our washing, we've had a shower, made our beds, and now we're coming out to explore the town. And the wonderful, lovely lady that let us into the albergue has told us there's a fiesta on at the town square. So we're just walking down towards it now, and I can hear the noise. That was really nice. We just sampled some of the local jamon produce, which is what the whole thing is. It's a jamon festival, and I think they're judging the best ham this afternoon. So we had a beer and some of their jamon, which was delicious. But now we're going to work our way up to that castle and have a look before we come back down and look for something for dinner. But yeah, what a wonderful festival. I mean, everybody is so excited and so happy. It's like a real privilege to be part of it. Well, not actually part of it, but, you know, to be amongst it and see what the locals are doing. It's just a wonderful La Fiesta. So this is fabulous up here. It's pretty much just a hollow shell in the middle, but we read on the information sign that it had fallen into disrepair, you know, over the centuries. Dates from around the Middle Ages, so 15th century, something like that. And not quite sure what it was used for, but obviously it's a defensive high point. But from 1991 to 2000, they did a restoration on it and brought it back to where it is today. but yeah, it's just, look, you can see the path down there. That's the one we walked all the way up, and I was thinking on the way up, is it really worth it? But it is actually worth it. It's a beautiful view of the town and the surrounds, so yeah, fantastic. We have just walked around town looking for an open restaurant, and there's none. But you probably can hear in the background that the festival is still in full swing. Although it looks like they're starting to pack up now. So what we're going to do, we found a small supermercado just down here. So we're going to go in and we're going to try and get something to take back to Albergue. That will be our dinner for tonight. And it'll be great. Okay, we've been to the supermarket and we've got a bottle of beer and we've got some goodies. You saw the nice treats that we have, and we've also got,
hang on a minute, saladitos.
Saladitos. We had those last night with beer and they were really nice.
They're fava beans.
Hilders.
Yeah.
Which we've always liked, that pinchos.
With the olive, the peppers and the anchovies. And these little pizza type
these hamon
things.
queso, like, yeah, they look like little pizza things, but yeah, it'll be nice. Yeah, so that's our dinner for tonight. We're just going to have a relaxing night at the Albergue because it is really nice. It's got such a modern kitchen. And probably get an early night and get ready for our 20 kilometres tomorrow to Monte. I was going to say Monte Stiro, but it's Monte.
You put me up now.
I'll put you off. Monasterio.
Yes.
Monasterio.
I was going to say Montessori.
I'm sorry. You know, we've been talking about it all afternoon. The minute I turn the camera on, we forget it. So, yes, that's where we're going tomorrow, 20 kilometres. So. We got some goodies. One of the vendors was still open when we were down there. And we got some goodies from him, so looking forward to those. I hope we can get through all the food and we haven't overdone it, but yeah, here's to another great day. That was an awesome day of walking. I loved it. Such a picturesque. Well, look, day one was great because we got to go to the monastery and we also saw the Roman ruins at Italica, but I think today was the best day in terms of scenery. So fingers crossed it keeps tomorrow. Keeps on tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, day 5, Monasterio, 20 kilometres. We'll see you in the morning.